Hey, what's going on, guys? Warrior93 here, and here is recently a topic that has been brought up and stirring huge controversy in the community, both in gaming and the Dragon Ball community itself. And that is with Goku being part of the Smash Bros. Roster, as featured DLC. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about two things, actually. One is really the main subject I just kind of went over about my thoughts on being Goku of a possible candidate in there. And another, it's kind of a rumor that's been flown around about the creator of Smash Bros. His name passes by me now. He was pretty much saying, screw you to the fans. I'll explain that later. So, my thoughts about Goku being in Smash Bros. I think it would actually be a very good idea. It would bring up a huge fan base that Nintendo lost really just after 2007. Because 2008 and forward, and any games that were on Nintendo consoles weren't really that marketed that well. Just with Tenkaichi 3 on the original Wii. And now here are some top arguments, because really this is my reasons of why people say Goku shouldn't be in there. So really most of my reasons are just rebuttal. One of the reasons is Goku's too powerful. He would completely unbalance the game. But so, well, honestly, Goku is too powerful. Yes, I will admit that. But that's why you'd have to nerf him to the point where he could be balanced. Because I'm pretty sure not every person in Smash Bros. Is on the same level as the same person. Like, I can't give any examples now because I don't really play Smash Bros. That often. But I'm pretty sure it's happened before. So like, there's this Flash game online called Super Smash Flash, which is pretty much tries to emulate the Smash Bros. Games and adds in other characters from like anime such as like Naruto and Goku and people like that. I think there was Bleach in there, the guy from Bleach, Ichigo or something from Bleach, and really they're all balanced out in there. So maybe even weaker in a sense, and maybe even stronger in a sense. Like, I've played with Goku multiple times and I've noticed myself getting my butt kicked by Mario. So that's a thing. The second reason why people think Goku shouldn't be in the game is Goku is not a Nintendo character, so he has no place in it exposed. Which is true, okay. But neither is Pac-Man. Pac-Man is not a Nintendo character. He's a third-party character that Namco Bandai owns, the publishers of the same Dragon Ball games. They publish all the Dragon Ball games as well. Pac-Man is a third-party character. He was originally an arcade character. So even before the Bandai Namco did not own him. And so I think his name was Snake, the guy who's in the Metal Gear series. I don't really play the Metal Gear series as well, but I know he made an appearance in one. I wasn't on the Wii U one, but I know it was like an earlier version of it. So he made an appearance in that one. And pretty much, I know some Pokemon characters, they're not Nintendo characters, they're third-party characters. They're third-party that really only sell on the Nintendo systems. So they're not Nintendo-owned characters. That's the problem with that. But just because a character isn't owned by Nintendo doesn't mean that people wouldn't have fun with it. I mean, it's just DLC anyways, so it wouldn't be an actual game itself. It's just an add-on to the game, from what I'm talking about with like Goku and stuff. To the game that is already out, you wouldn't have to get him. That would be your choice. Mortal Kombat X is kind of doing the same thing, They're bringing characters not having any relation to the Mortal Kombat series or the universe at all, and they're coming in as DLC. Although announcing the DLC before the game is really a bad move on their part. But that's another topic for another day. Not on this channel though, because that's not Dragon Ball related. So really, I would say I would love to have Goku in Smash Bros. And that would be really an incentive for me to buy a 3DS or a Wii U. Although more than likely a 3DS, since personal friends of mine tend to play on those more often. So another thing I would like to talk about is the rumor flowing around about the creator of Smash Bros. His name's still passing by my head now. I don't really feel like looking it up. But he pretty much said, screw you to all the fans. Now let me explain. So Games Radar, a video game journalist website, they do like a whole bunch of other stuff on there, and they released a supposed leaked picture of the creator basically saying that he saw the results and was disappointed but not surprised with what came up. He was also saying that he was pretty much trashing those top-ranked people and said that they weren't really doing anything like this again. Games Radar has yet to confirm nor deny this to be true or false, so people have been arguing. So, how does this relate to Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball in general? Well, on this picture, it just shows a screen cap of the top 6 characters. I wish I could find the picture now, but that people voted for. It was obvious that who was number 1. It was Goku, obviously. So of course, I was going to be pretty mad at first. I went on a little rant because at the time on like Tumblr and stuff like that, I didn't think this was true until I found out it was an unconfirmed rumor. So I took a few days, thought about it, collected my thoughts together, and really came to this. So if this supposed thing is true, this rumor, then really Nintendo is losing out on a lot of sales. Not just from Dragon Ball fans, but really from others who have voted but do not have a system. So they are now losing out on potential sales. It's really sad, really, because I was going to be one of those, like I just said earlier, I had an incentive. If Goku's going to be in there, that would have been a huge incentive for me to buy a Nintendo system. But I get it. You have an artistic view on something. You don't really want characters that are in the game, but don't really give consumers or fans the choice, then just take it back and be like, oh, no, we don't want them, though. You have the choice, but there's these certain characters that we don't want. That's really just idiotic. Then even more people are not going to start liking you in Nintendo. There are a bunch of people who are not liking you as of now. Myself included, for like, YouTube restrictions you're doing. So doing this, you're putting even more people away from you. The really only people who stay for you, the people who are fanboys who just throw their money at you just because you're Nintendo. It's funny because I think it was Thursday, my friend and I, we were talking about this. She's a huge Nintendo fan, and I was explaining to her about this rumor and other things Nintendo's barely being bad at half, and she's kind of torn in half about it. Like, she doesn't like Nintendo for what they keep doing, but their games are so good that she's almost like, shut up and take my money. But it's really understandable for her, since she, at least to my knowledge, doesn't have any other systems besides Nintendo related system. So the point of that little story is even some of the biggest fans of Nintendo are starting not to like you, and with enough push, you may even lose them. Nintendo, you're great at having great IPs, but when it comes to public relations, that is where you fail, because you basically still live in the 90s, where Nintendo was pretty much top dog in the 90s, if you didn't even know, and 80s too. 90s and 80s, they were pretty much top dog. But that really has changed now. With PC gaming greatly coming to a rise, becoming more convenient and cheaper, and then Sony and Xbox selling consoles like crazy, Nintendo is just left in the dust at this point, and really it's only hold the handheld gaming market. So this is it for today. What are your thoughts? Would Goku be good in Smash Bros? If this supposed rumor is true, do you agree with Nintendo or disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And really, for the news, information, and updates on anything Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Kai, anything related to Dragon Ball in general, make sure to subscribe. I will see you all later.